Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope that today's been treating you well. In today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of Made by Mitchell makeup. I have got some new bits, I've got some old bits, I've got some bits that aren't Made by Mitchell because I don't have brow products and I don't have a mascara. So it's mostly Made by Mitchell and I've got some products that I'm very excited to dive into today, such as three of the new Blursh pods. Obviously I got the orange shade. Obviously I got the new orange shade. I also got pink and more of like a peachy. I got Juicy Mango, Truly Scrumptious and Highly Seasoned. So I'll be getting into those. I also got a mystery bundle. This is the newness mystery, whatever it was, on TikTok shop. So I have looked at what these products are so that I didn't order, because you could have got the blushes in this, but I didn't get blush in that, so I ordered those. And then I also got one of the new highlights, which, I mean, I know that this is a duo, it's got two highlights in it, but is that packaging not excessive? Like, it's huge. Why does a highlight have to be that big? And it also comes with a brush. So we're going to be getting into all of that. If you like Made by Mitchell reviews, I have a full playlist. I will leave it linked up here with all of my Made by Mitchell videos. There are quite a few, but let's just get started. I don't have a primer, but I did just put on the Keen Screen Skin Prep Moisturiser, which is nice enough. I don't rant and rave about it. It's not phenomenal, but it's nice under makeup. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Build foundation that I do believe is available now. I got this when they launched it on that strange TikTok live that they did that was just so erratic that I found it quite stressful. I wear this in the shade LB8. I hate the packaging. Why would a foundation come with a doe foot like this? I'm not going to go on about it. I have spoken about this before. I really don't like the packaging for a foundation, so I'm going to do that much. And I'm going to blend it out with a sponge. A sponge that I haven't cleaned, but we're not talking about that. We're also not talking about this rash on my neck. If you see it, no you don't. I was editing just on the sofa last night, and when I went up to bed, well, when I came up here to like take all my makeup off and like do my skincare and everything, I was like, what is that on my neck? And I realised that I'd been just anxiously ripping all of the skin off my neck whilst I was editing, and I didn't even realise it, so that's fun. If you want an indication of where my head is at the minute, that's it. Just ripping all of the skin off my own neck. And again, I don't want to talk about it. So that is the foundation all blended out. I do like this foundation. I mean, obviously, I've already said it, I hate the packaging. I do like the way that the foundation looks though. It is more of a matte finish, but I feel like it still looks quite natural. Then for concealer, this is where that TikTok live was just so erratic. I ended up with two shades, LBR3 and LBR4. How different? Like, there should be a shade in between that. I would like something sort of directly in between that. I will just go in with LBR4 today. The doe foot makes sense on a concealer. Doesn't make sense on a foundation. I might actually just dot a little bit of LBR3 so that I can sort of mix those together whilst I blend. And again, I'm just going to use the same sponge. So they do also have the skin tint and the balm pot concealer, and I really rate those as well. I think that they are lovely. The skin tint is definitely a sort of summer product for me. Definitely not the vibe that I'm going for currently, with like a lot more coverage and a lot more just makeup in general. I am sort of leaning into just a lot more. So the skin tint has been retired until next summer, but I do think that is a fantastic skin tint. I do really enjoy it. I'm a decent amount down it considering it only came out this year. I've used like half a bottle and I've got quite the collection, so even of skin tints I've got a load that I like, so I do enjoy the Made by Mitchell one. I'm just going to go off and do my brows. I'll just use the one that's in my project pan, which is from Beauty Bay, and then we can continue with some of the new products as well that I'm very excited about. So whilst we're here and we're talking about brow products, I'm just going to quickly mention, if you were thinking about buying the Made by Mitchell Brow Muck, I highly recommend that you don't. It's one of the worst brow gels that I have ever used. So it's got a huge wand that's just like a mascara wand, and I'm not even going to use this now, but as you brush it through your brows, it just gets absolutely everywhere. I don't know how you're meant to use that. I don't know how that got from like production into actually being sold by Made by Mitchell. Like, considering the quality of a lot of these products is absolutely fantastic, so it's not a brand that like just puts things out for the sake of it. I think that that's a really awful product, and I don't know how it got through production because it's that bad. So that's the brows on. Like I say, it was just the Beauty Bay brow pencil, and I'm going to go into bronzer. This is not new. It's the Blursh Balm in Shady Business. I also have the Bronze Pod, which I won't be using today because I've got those blushes that are glowy, so I want to stick with something that's not so luminous. So I'm going to use this one today, but this bronzer is absolutely fantastic. I wear this in the shade Caramel Kiss. I think that this will be coming out as one of my favourite bronzers, or my favourite bronzer of the year for this year, when I do like my yearly favourites. It's that good. So I'm just going to take a Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm going to pick up the product on the brush from the stick, and I'm going to start warming up my face. Did I even say what shade this was? Shady Business. I can't remember if I said or not. I think I did. If you are my sort of skin tone and you're looking for something that's perhaps a little bit more contoury than this, then I would say that the shade Hollow there would be pretty much perfect for you. It is lighter, but it is more cool toned than this. This is definitely more bronzer for me, which is what I prefer. So just got that all around the outsides, and then I'm just going to take a tiny little bit more and run that down the sides of the nose, and then I'll get into those blushes. I want to swatch them. I think obviously I'm going to go for the orange option, but I want to see what the other ones look like, because on the live when they were launching these, of course I was watching it, and I can't remember her name. Is it Sadie? I can't remember the beautiful deeper skinned model that they have Made by Mitchell, and she basically swatched all of the shades that I purchased and said that they worked for her skin tone. So I'm like, I hope that they're going to work for me as well. I hope I can just use a little bit of a lighter hand and they will work for me too. So let me just, my table's a mess, let me just swatch these. So this is what the outer packaging looks like, and then they are so well packaged. That's one thing that I will say, Made by Mitchell, they package the product so well. So this is like all foamy, the inside of the box, and then the pod comes out looking like this. So this is Juicy Mango. I'm so excited. Look at that colour. Oh, why did they not bring these out in summer. Oh my gosh, I would have lived in this. Oh, okay. Ooh. I'm so excited. So, juicy mango. Juicy. Then we have got truly scrumptious. Oh, that is deep, isn't it? See, I'm hoping that if I just do a light little wash of pink. So I just took a really, really tiny amount there. I mean, I'm not known for a light hand, but I can do a light hand. That looks really, really nice. And then the last one is highly seasoned. Ooh. Oh, I might use that one, you know. Again, I will just take quite a small amount of that one. Oh, yeah. I might use that one. That's more warm and peachy. I did do a little bit more on that one. So the middle one, truly scrumptious. If you are my sort of skin tone, yeah, that might be a little bit deep. They did have like a hot pink shade that was lighter. I just got drawn in. I just got drawn in by that one. I should have waited to actually watch the live. That's completely my own fault. But I mean, obviously, I love juicy mango, but highly seasoned, I am surprised by that. I mean, I picked it. I'm still surprised by it. So I'm taking a Real Techniques blush brush and just dipping in lightly, tapping off that brush. And let's tap that over the cheeks. Okay, that is pigmented. I like that. I like that a lot. That colour is beautiful. I feel like I don't have anything in my collection that's quite like that. I thought that that was going to be closer to Berry Amore from Milani, but it's not. It's peachier than that, but not overly peachy. It's like corally. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I really hope, I mean, obviously I've got that highlight, but I don't think that that's a baked formula. I hope that they bring out highlights in this baked formula, because the bronzer is, like say, one of my favourite products of the year. So I'm hoping that they eventually come out with a highlight in that baked formula, because I think that that would be fantastic. I mean, they're probably already producing that, like in the process of producing that, you know? I absolutely love that. I might actually just put a little bit of, over here for science, a little bit of juicy mango, much less than that. A little bit further in. I've gone overboard now. Let me wipe that brush off on my pyjama bottoms. Oh, I've done too much. 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 Okay. That orange one is incredibly pigmented. I've done too much. Where's my sponge? It's so nice and glowy though. That's a beautiful, beautiful finish. I love that. I absolutely love that. No notes. I love that. Right, okay. Let's get into this huge packaging. So this is the Blursh Pressed Lights Highlighter Duo, and I got this in Late Liquor. This looked like the one that was most suitable for my skin tone. They had loads of options though, and especially if you are into like colourful highlights, they had a lot of colourful options as well. So that's what that looks like. So it looks like there's one that's smoother and not like chunky glittery, and then one that's a little bit glitterier. They do look very cool toned, but I can make that work. Let's swatch these. They feel very smooth. Okay, so that's the slightly glitterier one and that's the smoother one. As I thought, I prefer the smoother one. And I will get into the brush as well, that I do believe, yes, matches. Ooh, that feels really nice and soft. So it is smaller than the other ones. So this is MF18 and I like to use the MF2 for setting powder. I would also use that for highlight, but that's much smaller, which I prefer for a highlight, so you can be a little bit more precise with it. So I'm gonna take that brush and I'm gonna dip into the side that isn't chunky glittery. These do also have a mirror in them that I enjoy. So I'm scared. Dipping into that one. I don't want to pick up too much. Whew. And if I angle myself correctly, oh, okay. I actually feel like that brush is potentially too small for me, because I like to sort of buff out the highlight quite a bit so that it almost like blends into like the blush and everything. I like to put the highlight on more of a wider surface area. I feel like that brush is a little bit small, but that highlight do be highlighting. I absolutely cannot take that away from it. That's beautiful. I really like that. I don't like the packaging. I would honestly rather it just came in like a square or a circle. I get it. I get that, you know, Made by Mitchell will have paid so much money to get this whole like component made, so of course they're going to make as many products as possible with that to like get the money back from it, but I just don't like it, and I know that so many other people have said that they don't like it. It's so big, like it's the size of my hand. It's like half my face, and like I would never in a million years, if I was going on holiday or having to do my makeup outside of my house, I would never in a million years take that. Or the pressed blush that I've got in this packaging, or the eyeshadow palette, I would just never take them because that is so completely inconvenient. But I get it. I just don't like it. So again, don't like the packaging, just like the foundation. Don't like the packaging, don't like the shape of the pan, like that just feels very inconvenient, but the actual product inside, which is ultimately the only thing that matters, is lovely. All of these downsides, but I do still like the product as it actually is on my actual face. So I'm just going back over with that blush brush just to blend that highlight in a little bit more, and so that blush still be blushing. And then let's get into this newness mystery that I got. There were 2 lip products in here and 1 eyeshadow palette. I don't have the best feelings on the eyeshadow palettes. Can you see them up here? You can see the green one. I've got all 4 of them and I've used them a grand total of once when I reviewed them on my channel. I don't love the formula. Again, the packaging is what it is, but this is more convenient. So this is the, what's that meant to say? 5th dimension? Is that what it is? Yes, 5th dimension eyeshadow palette in Snakebite, which is the green one. I do like me a green. I'm gonna have to just rip into this packaging because I can't do it. And let's see what these colours are like. I haven't looked at this yet. Ooh, I like that packaging. That feels lovely. Yeah. I mean, first impressions are, it's nice. I'm not feeling overwhelmingly in love with it, but it looks nice. I will go ahead and swatch this. Let me just show you that close up before I mess it up with my fingers. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I hope that the formula is better than the 4-pan ones that again came out in that huge packaging like these. I hope that the formula is a little bit better, but let me go off and swatch these. I'll zoom you in and we can create some sort of green based eye look. I don't know what I want to do today, but something with this. Okay, so this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. The glitter is beautiful. It's very smooth. Like, that was just one swipe. The mattes did need some building up. That's completely understandable. I do feel like the formula is perhaps a little bit better than the other eyeshadows that I've tried from Made by Mitchell. The colour story is nice. Is it one that I would have picked? Not necessarily, but that is the point. I get it. That is the point of a mystery like bundle like this, so you get to try things that you maybe wouldn't pick for yourself. I think I'm just gonna do something quite simple. I do also have some liquid liners from Made by Mitchell that I think are fantastic, so let me just get some brushes. I will start with a fluffy brush and I will go into Rattle, which was that like nudie colour. I will find something with a mirror on it. Oh, I nearly dropped that then. And I will just take a little bit of Rattle and put that through the crease. I haven't put any sort of eye primer on, so this is just the concealer over the eyelids that I applied earlier. I will also put that Rattle shade under the eye. So that's a really nice transition shade. I am not mad at that shade at all. That's laid down really nicely, blended out really nicely. I will go in with a smaller brush and I will dip into Venom. Oh, I need more hands. Dip into Venom, which is that like, would you say that that's like an army green? It's like a mid-toned green. And dip the brush, minus the cat hair, dip the brush into that one and pack that on the lid. And again, I am running that shade under the eye as well because why not? I really like that shade though. That's really nice and warm. And I have basically just taken that across the whole lid because it's me and I'm incapable of just packing a shade on the whole lid. That's just what I do. So let's just stick with that same brush and I will take just the end of it and I will go into Cobra, the next matte over. I probably won't go in with the darkest shade because that is very, very dark. I'll just dip into that almost like tealy shade. I do really like it. Let's see how that blends out. I'll just tap that on the outer corner. I feel like that teal shade doesn't really match because that's more like bluey, and then the Venom shade is more warm, so I feel like they are sort of clashing a little bit. I feel like the colour choice is a little bit strange there, but I will try and blend these together and make it work. I mean, I'm not mad. I do like the colours, but I feel like that teal shade is a little bit out of place. So one last blend with that first fluffy brush and I think I'm just gonna leave it there. It's not groundbreaking, and that's all I can say on that. I think if you are looking to purchase anything, I would recommend the blushes over the eyeshadow. I mean, it's nice, pigmented, it blended. It's not revolutionary. So I will just get the liquid liner, which I also do think actually is revolutionary. Not revolutionary, that's a bit far, but I really enjoy them. One moment. So I have two types of liners, both from Made by Mitchell. We've got the Graph Ink. I've got a few different shades of these, but these are more like you take the brush or like the felt tip applicator out of the actual pot of product, like so. These are not glittery, these are like a matte finish. And then we have the Make a Mark pens, which are glittery, and they come in the most fantastic colours. This is Seafoam, which is the green, and I'll use this one today. And if I get quite close and show you this in real time, look how incredible that colour is. And it's glittery. So of course I just absolutely love it. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. The blue one I feel like is slightly less glittery. It's still sparkly, but I feel like it's less glittery than these ones, than this shade. The purple is also really nice and glittery. But for some reason, I don't know if mine is just a funny one, but the blue one isn't as intensely glittery as this one, but I really love them. So that is the liner done. I just made a little bit of a mistake, scrubbed it out with a cotton bud, and I don't have a mascara from Made by Mitchell, so I'm just going to go in with the Beauty Bay High Key, because you can get Made by Mitchell on Beauty Bay, and I think that this is a fantastic mascara. So I'm just going to do a few layers of this, and then we can get into the other products that I got in that mystery bundle, which I think one is a lip gloss and one is a lip oil. We can decide which ones I want to, which one, I only need one, which one I want to use today. So that is how the eyes are looking with 2 layers of mascara on. And before I zoom you out, I want to just take a much smaller eyeshadow brush. Let's take this one. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna get a little bit of that more chunky glittery highlight, and I'm gonna just pop a little bit of that right onto the inner corner. This is basically the only way that I would use more of a chunky glittery highlight, because I don't like those glitters on the cheeks. But that as an inner corner, like a little bit across the lid, I like using highlights in that way. I'm almost just like taking that up through the inner part of the crease. I like that. So let me zoom you out, do the lips. So I don't have a lip liner. I got the pen things. I also don't like those. They're sticky, they don't like properly dry down, they draw on really patchy. I'm not a fan of they're like a stain in a pen with a very strange applicator. Again, not a fan. But there's these 2 products that I got in that mystery bundle. We've got the Beam Sugared lip gloss in Sugar Candy. Where are my little scissors? And I think that this is like a glittery lip gloss, which I can get on board with. So let me get into that one. And then the other one is the Lip Oil Sparkles in Chrome Lollipop. I mean, I'm going to get into the packaging so that you can actually see, but I'm a little bit scared by that Chrome Lollipop. Is it going to be a silver holographic lip oil? Because that's what in my head when I hear that name, that's what that's going to be. Okay, so Sugar Candy. Ooh, that colour is beautiful. Okay, absolutely get on board with that. Doesn't smell of anything at all. That colour looks great. Let me just get into this lip oil. I'm scared for this one. Okay, so Chrome Lollipop is indeed a silver chrome lip oil. Let's try it. Honestly, let's try it. I have nothing on my lips, no lip liner, nothing. The lips are dry and crusty, so. Let me zoom you in. I don't know an occasion where I would want to wear that. Maybe over the top of a red, but that is very glittery. So that was the Bare Lip Oil in Chrome Lollipop. Very, very silver. So let me wipe that off. So let's try this one, which is Beam Sugared in Sugar Candy. I hope that this is going to be more wearable. I mean, it looks nice. That is so much more wearable. I definitely need a lip liner with it, but that is a lot more everyday appropriate. So this one I like. The chrome one, maybe for Christmas, maybe for a special occasion, you know? Okay, so I have decided to just put a little bit of a pencil lip liner on. This is the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner in Truth or Bare, and then I will just tap over a little bit more of that gloss because I feel like that colour required a little bit, yeah, a little bit of lip liner underneath it. I really like that. That feels really nice, and no, it's a lip gloss. I was about to say glossy. Feels really nice and hydrating, quite thick, but in a good way, like in a sort of balmy way, more like a liquid lip balm sort of a way. I really like that. Sugar Candy. I would be, I've just hit myself in the nose. I would be interested in trying some more shades of that. I will try the Chrome Lollipop. I will try that over a red. I think that that might look quite cute for Christmas, you know, sparkles. I think that that might look quite nice. What else have we tried today that was new? The highlight. I like the way that the products look on my skin. The more glittery one on the inner corner. I've already said it. I get it, but I hate the packaging. Also, though, speaking of packaging, I love the packaging of these ones. The blushes. These are fantastic. These are beautiful. I love the colours. I love that they also had like a lilac. I think they had like two purpley ones. I'm not a big purple blush lover, so obviously I didn't get either of those, but I love all three of those shades that I picked. I will definitely be using all of those. The orange one obviously is just a little bit of me, just a little bit. I love those blushes. I think out of anything from this video, if you're looking for a recommendation, those blushes are 10 out of 10. I can't fault them. They are absolutely beautiful. I love them. Love, love, love. The eyeshadow, I'm like, I can take that or leave that. Ultimately. I'm glad that I tried it. I was wanting to try this new eyeshadow palette. I think that the packaging is lovely. I don't love that you don't get a mirror in there, but I get it. You know, it keeps the weight down, keeps the cost down and everything. I don't think that these are standout eyeshadows. They're absolutely fine. If you love the look of this, I say go for it. I am not the person to say don't try something. I don't think that they are anything special, but you might do. And was that everything new? Yeah, I think so. The foundation and concealer, not new, but I like those if you're in the market for one. The brow gel, don't even go there. Don't even try the brow gel. And the bronzer, if you needed it reiterating, I also love that. And the cream bronzer stick that I used. So that is everything. That is my thoughts on all of these new products from Made by Mitchell. I would absolutely love to know if you have tried any of these, what you think of them down below. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. If you've tried these new blushes, are you as obsessed as I am? Because I'm going to be wearing those every single day. Every single day. I absolutely love them. I would absolutely love to hear what you think down below. If you have picked anything up recently, Made by Mitchell or otherwise, and you're loving it, I would absolutely love to hear about it down below. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.